So cool. What's going on, my trainer club? Today, I'm gonna help you with the super effective week in Pokemon Go. I'm gonna give you my top tips to make sure that you maximize this event to the best of the abilities, and we foreshadow the future events coming in Pokemon Go. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, how do you feel about this super effective week event? I'm pretty excited about it because number one, the shiny Tentacool is super cool. I mean, like, honestly, did you guys get one? Let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to see who gets it. And if you want to celebrate, make sure to tweet it at me, or you can even post it on Facebook. Instagram is cool if you want to tell me about it, but always remember, you can't send pictures like you can on Twitter and Facebook in the comments. So definitely get on those platforms and follow me at the Trainer Club with 2 B's. So we're gonna get into my top tips to make sure that you maximize fully on this event, and we're foreshadowing to the next event so we can have a completely maximized November in Pokemon Go, because I want you guys to not only max out here with the shinies and the Tentacool and a little bit of the bonuses, but I also want you guys to be ready for the future in the new event for the Friends event, which is pretty powerful. So the event details. The event is live right now, and it's gonna go all the way until Tuesday, November 26th at the local time zone for you, which is correlating to 1 p.m. Pacific time. So that's where the event is gonna be, and the bonuses are going to include 2 times Stardust from doing trainer battles. So make sure to do at least 3 trainer battles per day so you can get all the Stardust. And we're gonna get the increased spawn in the shiny Tentacool, which is really amazing. And then also, we are going to get increased potions, revives from the Pokestops. So if you have any dead guys, or you've been doing a lot of rocket battles and you're low on the revives and potions, make sure to stack up on that. And then finally, we are going to have guaranteed charge TMs from 3-star raids. And the one thing I don't know, does that mean it's guaranteed for 4-star and 5-star? If you guys do know, let me know in the comments below. I'll pin one of your comments up top that knows for sure, because I don't know and I haven't seen anything anywhere. But charge TMs, valuable. If you're a PvP player, you need charge TMs. If it's only 3-star raids, not sure I would participate heavily in them, because you're basically going to be at least using your raid pass, which is not that big of a deal because Cobalion's out right now. So if you do want to do that and you're not getting it guaranteed from Cobalion and 5-star raids, maybe that would be your best option, right? So let's get into it right now. My top tips, starting with number 1, and that's gonna be to stock up on as many of the Pokemon spawning in the wild as possible. We have the Murkrow spawning everywhere, so hunt that one with the shinies. We have the Rhyhorn spawning everywhere, which is the 4th best ground attacker and the 4th best rock attacker in the game as Rhyperior, so it's definitely one that you want to stack up for. And we can also trade those in mass as well to try to get that to lucky. And we have the Machop spawning, and I know at some point Timber is going to come out. That's going to evolve into Conkeldurr and probably take over, if the stats remain the same, the top fighting attacker in the game. But as of right now, we have Machamp, so you might as well catch these Machops, especially when we're in cloudy weather, which is going to lead us into tip number 2, which is going to be to hunt specifically in the rainy weather and the cloudy weather. And I'm going to say stay dry in the rainy weather, because that's going to be when Tentacool is boosted. We want to click as many of these Tentacools as possible. Number 1, because the shiny's out. Number 2, the shiny's amazing. And number 3, because it's a Gen 1 Pokemon, so it's not the most common Pokemon after this event, right? So we have a week to do so we might as well max out completely on this Pokemon while we have the chance. And then with the shiny Tentacool, we have a research task that I would highly suggest you guys stack up on. It's going to be use a super effective charge move in a gym battle, and that's going to give you a Tentacool encounter with a 100% IV at 446. And that's going to lead us into my tip number 3, which is going to be stack up on some of these raid bosses that are currently out that you may need going into the future. So let's check them out right now. I really want to say thank you to Leak Duck. It looks like we are going to be having some type of meetup in New York City coming up soon, so stay tuned for some details. I will be in New York City for Thanksgiving, so if you're in New York City, I'm gonna see you guys out for a meetup. And now let's check out the graphic. Thank you to Leak Duck. So as far as the current raid bosses, these are the Pokemon that I would suggest stacking up on if you need good ones, because we're gonna get potentials to have some of these as shinies, right? So starting at the tier 1, I would say that if you're gonna do a tier 1, obviously you could do one for the Clink or for the Shinx if you want the shiny. I wouldn't do the Swablu or the Horsey, because you can see those guys in the wild quite prevalently. If you are looking for a good Beldum, you may consider doing this, even though they're probably going to be spawning boosted in December. As far as tier 2 goes, if you're looking for a good Sableye, you can do that if you're trying to get one for PvP, even though we've had them quite a bit in research tasks. And then Alolan Executor, not the best one, but it's definitely got a shiny potential. So if you guys want to check out the graphics here or check out any of the 100% IVs, like I said, Leak Duck did an amazing job with this content. And then tier 3 is full of Pokemon here, right? There's a ton of shiny potentials. As far as ones that are going to stand out, you know, you could always do Azumarill, and then you could trade it to try to get it into Great League stats. Because Marill's kind of rare right now, you could always do a Piloswine raid. It can't be a shiny potential because only Swinub can, but Mamoswine is definitely a good Pokemon to have top ice attacker right now. And then if you're looking for the shiny Skarmory, it's going to be in there, which is also a pretty good PvP Pokemon, but you're going to have to trade it. And the one I like most here, which you could do Medicham if you want that for PvP, but that's Pharaoh Seed, because usually it's only in the 10-kilometer eggs right now, and I would like to get a decent one. I would like to get some, and it's kind of nice to get a guaranteed one and not trying to have to hatch it. 100% IV is going to be 537 on that guy. And then if we're looking at the tier 4 raid bosses, Golem, I would probably stay away from the Golem. There's better Pokemon out there like the Rhyhorns in the wild. I would suggest catching those and then trading those. It's definitely superior to the Golem by all means as the Rhyperior. And then if you're looking for the Alolan Marowak for PvP or the shiny potential that's there, and then we have the Galarian Weezing, which I would definitely take advantage of. Maybe not gung-ho take advantage, but do it. And then we have the Lapras with the shiny potential, and then the Tyranitar. The only thing about the Tyranitar that I wouldn't suggest doing is that it's not going to be able to get smacked down because it's already at its 3rd tier evolution. So it's better to wait for Community Day in December to catch it as a Larvitar and evolve. The only way I would do this one is if you're really looking for extra Larvitar candy, which, like I said, I think it's going to be in Community Day December for the 2 days, and you'll be able to Pineapple them. So we're going to want to start stacking up on Pineapple berries, which is going to bring me to my tip number 4. And I know this is going to be not for this event, but I want you guys to start getting ready, and it's going to be send as many gifts as physically possible to your friends right now. Start getting ready for the Friends event, especially if you're like with somebody that you're like, okay, we're going to trade in the future, so we're ranking up our friendship right now. I need you guys to start ranking up on a daily basis. Send as many gifts as you possibly can. There is a 100 gifts send per day cap. So if you can hit that, and the reason why I'm saying it is because we're gonna have half the Stardust trades coming up for the Friends event, which starts on November 22nd, which is a day after this event, right? So you gotta get up there, and we're gonna have the ability to do 2 special trades per day. So that tip video is gonna be off the charts. I can't wait to do that for you guys. But that's why right now you need to start ranking up everybody that isn't a best friend or anybody that you plan to trade something rare with, because having half the amount of Stardust is really gonna help you out. Plus, you're going to be able to trade 2 special trades per day. So that is going to be a fun time to be trading in Pokemon Go. Which is going to bring me to my tip number 5, and that's going to be starting to foreshadow the future. So think about this. In December, we're going to have a 2-day event, which is going to be Community Days for 2 days, right? So what we're going to have to do is have enough Pineapple berries to sustain this entire thing. We're also going to have enough Ultra Balls and Great Balls. So if you're not a hardcore player that you're not going to like stack it all up in like 2-3 days, or you're in a really populated area, we need to start leveraging our bag to start getting a lot of Pineapple berries, because there should be a lot of different Pokemon. Potentially last year's spawns and this year's spawns, we don't know for sure, but what I'm hypothesizing is that Saturday is going to be 2018 spawns, Sunday is going to be 2019 spawns during the 3-hour boosted shiny rate window. Throughout the entire weekend, I think they will all be boosted and be spawning, so this is why you're going to want to have as many Pineapple berries as you possibly can, honestly, to Pineapple the Larvitars, the Beldums, the Bagons, anything that you need candy of that you didn't get, and anything that you want to evolve a lot of and have exclusive moves for. So that's what I'm saying right now. Start stacking up on the Ultra Balls. You can even dump the Great Balls, because I would rather have you guys stack up and leverage with Ultra Balls, a way ton Ultra Balls with like 400 Ultra Balls, and have 0 Great Balls than have 200 Ultra Balls and 200 Great Balls, because it's going to be better to catch during Community Day with a leveraged amount of Ultra Balls. So the key is to seesaw your bag up as much as possible, meaning maybe if you had 100 spots in your item storage, you're going to start to get more Ultra Balls. As you're starting to increase your amount of Ultra Balls, you start dumping some of the Great Balls. Keep dumping some, stack up on the Ultra. Dump some, stack up on the Ultra. Let the red balls go with the gotchas or the pluses or the Pokeball Plus or whatever auto catcher that you use. Or if you don't use one, then what you would do is go more for the Great Balls and the Ultra Balls, right? But that's the best strategy. Make sure to get out there. And then don't forget, there's a lot of Torchics out there as well, and Teddiursas. Not really sure why the Teddiursa's out. It's not really that great of a Pokemon, but if you like it, you can get it. There's no shiny yet, unfortunately, because they're everywhere. But the Torchic is a really good Pokemon. However, it needs the Community Day moves. So you could be stacking up on Torchic candy and saving that towards the future community days to hopefully that we will be able to evolve with it and get the blast burn on it, because it needs the blast burn to be the most effective that it can be. So that's everything, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I can't wait to start dropping these new clothes for you guys coming very soon. We already have the socks in production. We have the hat sample being made. We have the varsity jacket sample being made as well. So I'm excited to get all this to you guys. And if you're here right now, once again, sneak preview on my clothing. I'm going to be start putting out some graphics in the near future to get you guys hyped and ready. We're going to do a pre-order again so that I can make sure that I get you guys the best quality that I possibly can. And then the socks will actually not be a pre-order, and neither will the beanies as well. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in, all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members for taking their subscriptions to the next level. I'm going to see you guys out on the next video, hopefully with the shiny Tentacool. We're doing raid hour tonight. I hope to see you guys out there too. Peace! I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.